The Dark Knight, Then and Now, 2008 to 2021. Welcome to our entertainment channel. In this video, we take a look at the changing cast of The Dark Knight. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any movies. For now, let's go to the actors. Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Bale said he was confident in his choice to return to the role because of the positive response of his portrayal in Batman Begins. He continued training in the Keysi Fighting Method and performed many of his own stunts, but did not gain as much muscle as in the previous film because the new Batsuit allowed him to move with greater agility. Bale described Batman's dilemma as to whether something has an end. Can he quit and have an ordinary life? The kind of manic intensity someone has to maintain the passion and the anger that they felt as a child takes an effort after a while to keep doing that. At some point, you have to exorcise your demons. He added, "Now you have not just a young man in pain attempting to find some kind of answer. You have somebody who actually has power, who is burdened by that power, and is having to recognize the difference between attaining that power and holding on to it." Bale felt Batman's personality had been strongly established in the first film, so it was unlikely his character would be overshadowed by the villains, stating, "I have no problem with competing with someone else, and that's going to make a better movie." Michael Caine as Alfred Pennyworth. Bruce's trusted butler and confidant, who supplies useful advice to Bruce and, like a father figure, leading him to be labeled Batman's Batman. Heath Ledger as the Joker. Before Ledger was cast in July 2006, Paul Bettany, Lockie Hume, Adrian Brody, Steve Carell, and Robin Williams publicly expressed interest in it. However, Nolan had wanted to work with Ledger on a number of projects in the past and was agreeable to Ledger's chaotic interpretation of the character. When Ledger saw Batman Begins, he had realized a way to make the character work that was consistent with the film's tone. He described his Joker as a psychopathic, mass-murdering, schizophrenic clown with zero empathy. In the film, the Joker has a Glasgow smile, and his trademark chalk-white skin and red lips are makeup rather than the result of chemical bleaching, as in the traditional portrayal of the character. Throughout the film, the Joker states his desire to upset social order through crime and comes to define himself by his conflict with Batman. To prepare for the role, Ledger lived alone in a hotel room for a month, formulating the character's posture, voice, and personality, and kept a diary in which he recorded the Joker's thoughts and feelings. Gary Oldman as James Gordon. A lieutenant in the Gotham City Police Department and one of the city's few honest police officers who forms a tenuous, unofficial alliance with Batman and Dent and is given the position of police commissioner by the city's mayor following the recent commissioner's assassination. Oldman described his character as incorruptible, virtuous, strong, heroic, but understated. Nolan explained, "The Long Halloween has a great triangular relationship between Harvey Dent and Gordon and Batman, and that's something we very much drew from." Oldman added that Gordon has a great deal of admiration for him at the end, but is more than ever now the Dark Knight, the outsider. "I'm intrigued to see if there is a third one. What's he gonna do?" On the possibility of another sequel, he said that returning to the role is not dependent on whether the role was bigger than the one before. Aaron Eckhart as Harvey Dent. The District Attorney, hailed as Gotham's White Knight, whose campaign against the criminal underworld leaves half of his face disfigured, turning him into a murderer with a split personality bent on revenge. Nolan and David S. Goyer had originally considered using Dent in Batman Begins, but they replaced him with the new character, Rachel Dawes, when they realized they couldn't do him justice. Before Eckhart was cast in February 2007, Liev Schreiber, Josh Lucas, and Ryan Philippe had expressed interest in the role, while Mark Ruffalo auditioned. Matt Damon stated that he was considered for the role, but he could not accept due to scheduling conflicts. Hugh Jackman was also considered for the part. Nolan chose Eckhart, whom he had considered for the lead role in Memento, citing his extraordinary ability as an actor, his embodiment of that kind of chiseled American hero quality projected by Robert Redford, and his subtextual edge. Whereas Dent is depicted as a crime boss in most characterizations, Nolan chose to portray him as a twisted vigilante to emphasize his role as Batman's counterpart. Eckhart explained, "He is still true to himself. He's a crime fighter. He's not killing good people. He's not a bad guy, not purely." Maggie Gyllenhaal as Rachel Dawes. Gotham City's assistant district attorney and Bruce's childhood friend, who is one of the few people who knows Batman's true identity. Gyllenhaal took over the role of Katie Holmes, who played the part in Batman Begins. In August 2005, Holmes was reportedly planning to reprise the role, but she eventually turned it down to film Mad Money with Diane Keaton and Queen Latifah. By March 2007, Gyllenhaal was in final talks for the part. Gyllenhaal was acknowledged as her character is a damsel in distress to an extent, but says Nolan sought ways to empower her character, so Rachel's really clear about what's important to her and unwilling to compromise her morals, which made a nice change from the many conflicted characters whom she has previously portrayed. Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox. The recently promoted CEO of Wayne Enterprises, who, now fully aware of his employer's double life, serves more directly as Bruce's armorer for the Batsuit, in addition to his corporate duties. Monique Gabriella Kernan and Ron Dean portray Anna Ramirez and Michael Wirtz, respectively, corrupt detectives in Gordon's unit. Nestor Carbonell appears as Anthony Garcia, the mayor of Gotham. Jin Han plays Lao, a corrupt Chinese LSI Holdings accountant triad boss. Eric Roberts plays Sal Maroni, an Italian mafia boss who takes over Carmine Falcone's mob. And Richie Koster portrays the Chechen, a Chechen mafia boss in charge of drug trafficking for the mob. How did you see the change of actors in the film The Dark Knight? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section and we can discuss. If you find the video good, please don't regret one like and share it. I'll continuously update the changes of actors in the next videos. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Thank you.